In this video, we are going to discuss about Scrum in Agile model. So we already know what is meant by an Agile model and Agile methods. So normally in the development of software, we will be having a traditional method and Agile method. Now each and every software organizations are using an Agile method. So this picture will define how the waterfall model, that is a traditional model, versus Agile model. What are the changes in an Agile model? Normally in a waterfall model, each and every phase is completed, then we go for each and every phase. Whereas in Agile model, you can see the planning is done and the analysis, design, development, testing, development, deployment is done. Once again, if we want to review some the result, we can go for another analysis, design, development, testing. So it is an iterative process. You can have any number of iteration until you get the desired software as your result. So this is the main advantages in Agile. Whereas in waterfall, it is not an iterative. Once it is in sequence, it is a linear sequential model. So in Agile model, we are going to discuss about Scrum. Scrum principles are consistent with Agile Manifesto and are used to guide development activities within a process that incorporates the following framework activities. That is, in Scrum, we are going to deal with requirement phase, analysis phase, design, evolution, and delivery. Within each set of framework activities, the work tasks occur within a process pattern called as a sprint. So we will be discussing it as a sprint. So the work conducted within a sprint is adapted to a problem at hand and it is defined and often modified in a real time by the Scrum team. I can give you one example. So all the students who are studying engineering, they will be taking some group, for example, BE Computer Science and Engineering. The duration of course is 4 years. Once a student will be joining in the first year and the students will be writing exam in each and every semester. That is in yearly the student will be having 2 semesters. It means he is not going to have all the semester at the end of the 4th year. So the student is reviewed sprint wise. This is called as sprint. Sprint is the main thing we are using in the Scrum in development of software. The student is reviewed, the duration of course is 4 years, but the student is reviewed sprint wise. In 1 year, he will be reviewed in 2 semesters. After 2 years, he will be reviewed as 4 semesters. After third year, he will be reviewed as 6 semesters. After final year, he will be reviewed at 8 semesters. And end of the 8 semester, he will be completing the course and he will be given as a graduation. So this is called a sprint. The entire duration of 4 years is divided, and we will be taking assessing the students in a sprint wise by using a name called as a semester. Semester 1, semester 2, semester 2. Whereas in the development of software, we will be taking the entire software and we will be dividing into a module. Each and every module we will be developing a software in a sprint wise. So this is a Scrum overview. You can see the input of executives, team, stakeholders, customers. They will be having some set of inputs. How the software is going, how the software they need. That is, customers' ideas can be given according to their idea. The product backlog, that is an what we call it as a catalog or backlog. It is a ranked list of what required future stories it is written. Then we go for a team selects a starting from the top as much as can commit to deliver by current sprint. They will go for a sprint meeting. So each and every sprint meeting will be maximum 1 to 4 weeks. In 1 to 4 weeks, some set of sprint deliverable should be given in the development of software. So development of software is divided into several sprints. So each and every sprint should take maximum of 4 weeks. So the engineering course will be 4 years, but there they will be having 8 semesters. So 8 sprint. Each and every semester we will be accessing a student and we will be giving a result. Like this, the software is divided into several modules. Each and every module should be completed in one sprint. For example, you have 10 modules. Maximum of 40 weeks will be taking for completing the development of the software. And in each and every 4 weeks of sprint, every 24 hours we will be having a meeting, that is called as daily scrum meeting. So what are the things we have done? How far we are going to complete this sprint within our stipulated time? For example, for one sprint we will be taking a time for 2 weeks. Another sprint we will be taking a time of 4 weeks. And third sprint we will be taking a time of 2 weeks. So we will be checking each and every 24 hours how the work is done. Band down chart. It is showing how much amount of work done, how much of work is remaining. So there will be a sprint review and finished work, and sprint retrospective will be there in the Scrum review. So Scrum is a used for set of software process pattern. Each of the software pattern defines a set of development action. Backlog, a prioritized list of project requirements or features that provide the business value for the customers. Items can be added to the backlog at any time. So once it is similar to a design, but the customer have some set of updated design, we can add to a backlog. So we can add any set of design for the development of software at any time. The product manager accesses the backlog and updates the priority as required. This is called a sprint. For example, the product should be covered in three types of sprint. So each and every sprint will go for a plan, design, development, test, deploy, review, and it will be launched. Another sprint will be plan, design, develop, test, deploy, review, and launch. So according to the products, we will be having, for example, let's say it is a simple project, we will be going for 10 number of sprints. It is a big project, we will be going for 20 number of sprints. But the duration of sprint should be 1 to 4 weeks, and in every 24 hours, we will be having a sprint meeting. The sprint consists of work units are required to achieve a requirement defined in the black logs that must be fitted in the predefined time box, typically 30 days, that is 1 to 4 weeks. Changes. Example, the backlog work items are introduced during the sprint. The sprint allows the team members to work in a short time but the stable environment. Sometimes when the sprint members are working, at that time the product backlogs can add some set of features. So it should be also implemented in the some set of software. Scrum meetings. It should be a short. That is 15 minutes. In 15 minutes, we have to deliver the Scrum meeting. What are the things we have already done? What are the things we are going to do? There are three questions that will be answered by all team members. What did you since the last team meeting, that is before 24 hours? What are the obstacles you are encountering? What do you plan to accomplish the next team meeting? A team leader called a Scrum leader leads the team meeting and access the response from each person. The Scrum meeting helps the team to uncover the potential problem as early as possible. Demos, the delivery of software increment to the customer. So the functionality that has been implemented can be demonstrated and evaluated by the customers. Scrum roles. What are the Scrum roles? The product owner, team, and Scrum master. Product owner, what is his role? Is one of the responsible for the product backlog. So he will be adding some set of items for each and every sprint for the development of product. Team. Team will be working with the design, development, test, and delivery of finished products according to each and every sprint. Scrum Master facilitates the Scrum process and creates an environment to create the team self-organization, can be seen as a coach for the entire team. Scrum artifacts, product backlog, that is, the requirements can be added at any time. Sprint backlog, it will be done by each sprint, that is, development, testing, document, and finally launch. Band down chart, it shows the amount of work should be done at the each and every sprint. What are the amount of work done within 1 to 4 weeks? For example, product down chart will for the second week this much of amount of work done. This to be carried out in within 2 weeks of time. So by using the brand down chart, we can speed up the process. Sprint velocity, number of story points completed every sprint. Dashboard, the team members are using a dashboard to track down the user stories and tasks for each sprint and for each members. So this is a sprint band down chart. It will have the effect points and iteration. Iteration 1, iteration 2, iteration 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At each and 5 points, it will be normally the work done at each and every iteration and how many set of work remaining. This will be showing in a band down chart, which would be useful for the workers will be working in a sprint. That is, the Scrum Master and every team will know how much amount of work completed and how much amount of work should be done. So this is called as a Scrum. With the help of Scrum, we can add several features in the software and we can complete the software with the stipulated time. And one more thing, both the customers will be having an updation over Scrum, with the help of Scrum, with the help of sprint meeting. So every 24 hours there will be an updation of work. So we can continuously follow the development of the entire software by using an Scrum in an agile method. Thank you.